Good morning. I am Madhurima Datta, a Zoology and Biology educational content creator. Now's content for BSc Zoology Honors, MSc Zoology, CUET PG, and CSIR NET Life Sciences students. Paper Non-Chordates or Invertebrate Zoology or Diversity of Life Form for CSIR NET Life Sciences. Unit Platyhelminthes and topic Beef Worm or Tinea saginata. First, introduction of Tinea saginata. Tinea saginata. Tinea means band or ribbon-like structure. It is called the beef tapeworm, but it lives as an adult in the human intestine. Juvenile forms occur primarily in intermuscular tissue of cattle. Structure of this worm. Mature adult may reach a length of 10 micrometer or more. Its colex has 4 suckers for attachment to the intestine wall, but no hooks. A short neck connects the colex to the strobila, which may have as many as 2000 proglottids. Gravid proglottids bear shelled and infective larvae which become detached and pass in the feces. Next, although tapeworm lack true metamerism, there is repetition of reproductive and excretory systems in each proglottid. Excretory canals in the scolex are continued the length of the body by a pair of dorsolateral and a pair of ventrolateral excretory canals. These paired canals are connected by a transverse canal near the posterior end of each proglottid. 2 longitudinal nerve cords from a nerve ring in the scolex also run back through each proglottid. Next, attached to the excretory ducts are flame cells. Each mature proglottid also contains muscle and parenchyma as well as a complete set of male and female organs similar to those of a trematode. In this group of tapeworms, vitellaria are typically a single compact vitelline gland located just posterior to the ovaries. When gravid proglottids break off and pass out with the feces, they usually crawl out of the facial mass and onto vegetation nearby. There, they may be eaten by grazing cattle. A proglottid ruptures as it dries, further scattering the embryo on soil and grass. Embryos may remain viable on grass for as long as 5 months. Next, life cycle of Tinea saginata. Shelled larvae, that is oncospheres, swallowed by cattle hatch and use their hooks to burrow through the intestinal wall into the blood or lymph vessels and finally reach voluntary muscle, where they insist to become bladder worm, that is juvenile called cysticele. There are juveniles develop an invaginated scolex but remain quiescent. When raw or undercooked measly meat is eaten by a suitable host, the cyst wall dissolves, scolex invaginates and attaches to the intestinal mucosa and new proglottids begin to develop. It takes 2 to 3 weeks for a mature worm to form. When a person is infected with one of these tapeworms, numerous gravid proglottids are expelled daily, sometimes even crawling out the anus. Humans become infected by eating rare roast beef, steaks, and barbecues. Considering that about 1% of American cattle are infected, that 20% of all cattle slaughtered are not federally inspected, and that even if inspected means 1/4 of infections are missed. It is not surprising that tapeworm infection is fairly common. Infection is easily avoided when meat is thoroughly cooked. Next, pathogenicity. Adult tapeworm reside in the human small intestine where they attach to the mucosal lining. Mechanical irritation. The scolex or head of the worm uses suckers and sometimes hooks to anchor itself, causing local inflammation and irritation of the intestinal wall. Nutrient competition. Tapeworm lack a digestive system and absorb nutrients directly from the host's gut lumen. Next, vitamin B12 deficiency. The fish tapeworm is notorious for absorbing massive amounts of vitamin B12, which can lead to pernicious or megaloblastic anemia. Next, malnutrition. Heavy or chronic infectious, especially in children, can cause general malnutrition and unintended weight loss. Physical obstruction. In rare cases, the large size of the worm, that is 10 to 25 meters for Tinea saginata, can block the appendix, bile ducts, and pancreatic ducts, leading to acute condition like pancreatitis or cholecystitis. Host. The beef tapeworm uses humans as its only definitive host, where it matures and reproduces, and cattle as its primary intermediate host, where larval cysts develop. Humans become infected by eating raw or undercooked beef containing the parasite's larval form known as cysticericin. Treatment. Beef tapeworm infections in humans is treated with a single dose of prescription anthelmintic medication, most commonly paraziquantel or niclosamide, 2 grams for adult. These drugs kill the tapeworm, allowing it to pass safely in stool. Now the topic has ended. Please subscribe my YouTube channel Biogenesis by Madhurima. Thank you.